What made Barron Trump's transformation so unbelievable? On January 20th, 2025, the spotlight shifted in a way no one had anticipated. The world watched as Donald Trump took the oath of office for his second term. But the moment that truly captured everyone's attention had little to do with the returning president. Instead, all eyes were on his youngest son, Barron Trump. At an astonishing 6 feet 9 inches tall, exuding a newfound confidence, Barron's striking transformation left the crowd in awe. His parents, Donald and Melania Trump, were visibly emotional, moved to tears by the young man who now stood beside them. For Melania Trump, seeing her son stand so tall and poised next to his father was a deeply emotional moment. Having spent years shielding Barron from the relentless public eye, she had dedicated herself to ensuring he had as normal a childhood as possible despite the chaos of fame. Yet, in this moment, she realized that her efforts had shaped a young man who was ready to step into his own. This was more than just a symbolic image of a son supporting his father. It was the emergence of an individual who had quietly grown into his own identity, far removed from the expectations placed upon him as the youngest Trump Barron's early years. A life of luxury and protection. Barron Trump was born into a world of unparalleled wealth and privilege. As the youngest son of a billionaire real estate mogul and a former supermodel, his early years unfolded in the lavish Trump Tower penthouse. This extravagant home, adorned with marble floors, gold-plated accents, and breathtaking views of Manhattan, provided an opulent backdrop to his childhood. Yet, despite being surrounded by unimaginable luxury, Barron's upbringing was shaped more by his mother's careful guidance than by the material wealth at his disposal. Unlike his older siblings, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric, who had spent their lives under the constant glare of media attention and were already engaged in business and public life, Barron enjoyed a childhood that was both luxurious and sheltered. Melania Trump was adamant about creating a stable, nurturing environment for her son. While Donald Trump thrived on media attention, Melania took a different approach, ensuring that Barron remained protected from the public eye for as long as possible. From a young age, Melania made it her mission to instill discipline, independence, and traditional values in her son. She emphasized the importance of education, structure, and respect. Unlike many children born into extreme privilege, Barron was raised with a sense of responsibility. Melania once stated, "I want him to grow up as his own person, with his own yes and no," highlighting her determination to ensure that Barron would develop a strong sense of self, separate from his father's overpowering influence. A multicultural upbringing and unique talents. One of the most fascinating aspects of Barron's early life was his exposure to multiple cultures. Melania, a native of Slovenia, made sure her son was fluent in Slovenian from an early age. By the time he started school, he could speak the language effortlessly, a testament to his mother's dedication to keeping him connected to her heritage. Beyond language, Melania encouraged Barron to embrace creativity and exploration. He took a particular interest in music, with a well-documented love for playing the drums as a child. His mother often spoke about his intelligence and curiosity, calling him a very strong and smart boy who loves to learn. While his life was far from ordinary, Melania made sure that he had a childhood filled with meaningful experiences rather than just material excess. Despite being raised in a world of wealth and influence, Barron's life was not without its difficulties. As Donald Trump's youngest son, he lived in the shadow of one of the most polarizing figures in modern American history. Even as a young child, he became the subject of media speculation and public commentary, something that most children would never have to endure. Growing up in the political spotlight, Barron's life took a dramatic turn in 2017 when his father became the 45th President of the United States. At just 10 years old, Barron was thrust into the political limelight in a way he never had been before. His once private world was suddenly exposed to relentless media scrutiny, public debates, and an intense fascination with everything from his appearance to his behavior. The transition from the comfort of Trump Tower to the White House was not An easy one. While his older siblings had spent years learning to navigate public attention, Barron had been largely shielded from it. Now, every step he took was under observation, and even the smallest details about his life were analyzed by the media. His reserved nature was often misinterpreted, leading to harsh speculation. Shortly after Donald Trump's first inauguration, Barron became the target of an insensitive joke when a Saturday Night Live writer posted a cruel tweet suggesting he might become a school shooter. The backlash was immediate, and although the tweet was deleted, the damage had been done. The incident highlighted just how ruthless political discourse could be, even toward an innocent child. Barron also found himself at the center of controversy when a viral video from 2016 suggested he might have autism. The speculation gained traction when comedian Rosie O'Donnell shared the video, fueling rumors that Melania was quick to shut down. She took legal action to have the video removed and publicly condemned the invasion of her son's privacy. "There's absolutely nothing wrong with autism," Melania stated. "But this is a private matter and an unfounded claim." Despite her efforts, the rumors persisted, leading to both online harassment and real-life bullying. Adapting to life in the White House. Adjusting to life in the White House came with its own set of challenges for Barron. Unlike most children, he couldn't walk through his school hallways without Secret Service agents nearby. When he began attending St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Maryland, he had to navigate the difficulties of being both a student and the president's son. While he was known to be polite and sociable, many of his classmates noted that Barron kept to himself. He was under constant surveillance, and even his simplest choices, like his wardrobe, became the subject of public discussion. When he was photographed wearing casual clothes while accompanying his parents, some critics argued that he should be dressing more presidential. These trivial critiques, though seemingly insignificant, added to the immense pressure placed upon him. Melania, however, remained a steadfast advocate for her son. She launched the Be Best campaign, aimed at promoting children's well-being and combating cyberbullying, a cause that was no doubt influenced by Barron's own experiences. She frequently spoke about the need for kindness and respect, emphasizing that children, regardless of their last name, should not be subjected to public ridicule. A transformation that stunned the world. Over the years, Barron quietly grew into the young man the world saw on January 20th, 2025. His once reserved demeanor evolved into quiet confidence. His height alone, towering over his father at 6 feet 9 inches, was enough to make him stand out. But it wasn't just his stature that had changed. Standing beside Donald Trump during his second inauguration, Barron exuded a presence that few had expected. He was no longer the shy boy who had once been scrutinized for his every move. Instead, he was a poised and self-assured young man, ready to step into the world on his own terms. For Melania, the moment was deeply emotional. After years of shielding Barron from the spotlight, she now saw him embrace it in a way she had never imagined. She had always known he was destined for something great, but even she was overwhelmed by the reality of the man he had become. The journey from a protected child in Trump Tower to a striking, confident figure on the world stage had been filled with challenges. Yet, Barron had risen above them all. And as he stood next to his father on that historic day, it was clear that he was no longer just Donald Trump's son. He was his own person, with his own story to tell.